So after 12 years of collecting stuff, I decided to finally declutter my room, get rid of stuff that I don't use anymore. And as you have clicked this video, you probably know this feeling. Like, as your life moves forward, you're getting more and more things that you don't actually need, and your life gets fulfilled with it, and it gets harder and harder to finally make a decision and clear these things up. By the way, that's my room before decluttering. As you can see, it's pretty fulfilled with different things such as old CDs, toys, books that I will never touch again. And here goes the first tip for decluttering. You must set a concrete date when you will finally do it. Because it's really important to make a decision and dedicate probably your whole weekend to this only one task, because it will make sure that you have enough time to complete this. Second tip is, when you actually started decluttering, just throw all the things you have on the floor, even the ones that you are using on a day-to-day basis. We need to do this because it actually will be much easier to just mercilessly throw everything we don't use in a garbage bin, and it also will be much easier to rearrange things that we are using or we like and maybe find a better place for them. For example, let's say that you always had your wires at one specific shelf, which is really easily accessible for you. But by not touching it, you are not giving yourself an opportunity to find a better place for them. And you are also not giving yourself a chance to use that space more efficiently. For example, for your backpack, which was always thrown on the floor when you come home. As you have thrown everything on the floor, it's time for tip number 3. And tip number 3 is not to complicate things with categories. And the reason why is because it is quite a big chance that you will actually waste too much time doing this. So what we want to do is that we just go an item by item, and it will be really easy to just throw into a garbage pan everything that we don't use or we don't like, and kind of sort everything that we use at the other side of the room, or like whatever the way you want to do it. But if you have something like hundreds of CDs or old books that you're not using at all, you can categorize them and just throw everything away as one category. Just don't complicate things too much. Fourth tip you want to use is, don't leave too many sentimental things. For example, I left some souvenirs which will organically fill the interior, like these beautiful ships or small figures on my table, just because I like them. But let's be honest, I don't need my 7th and 8th grade diaries anymore, my old family tree, or my 5th grade class photo. You can just make a photo of all of these things and create a folder on your desktop and name it sentimental. So when we have thrown all the waste away, it's time to rearrange things to their new places. And I want to say that it's quite important part, because it will declare of how you will use these things in the future, but don't bother yourself too much with it. Because fifth and the last tip is to briefly rewatch your room every day. And believe me, it is much easier to fold one t-shirt than 20. And during these brief relooks, you may also find a way to use your space more efficiently. As I did replace the clothes I wear at home from this part of locker over here. And guys, the last thing I want to talk about is, if you have a lot of books, unused books, just don't throw them at a garbage pan. Please bring them to recycling center, and I believe that we will be able to save quite a bunch of trees this way. Anyway, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn these notifications on, and I'll see you next time.